You've probably seen this 1,000 times. The party defeats the dragon, or maybe they stumble into the treasure room of a long-dead king. There are chests overflowing with gold, silver chalices encrusted with rubies, and a little pile of copper that reaches to the ceiling. And what happens next at that table? In a lot of modern games, the players just write 10,000 gold pieces on their sheet and move on. They might as well be swiping a debit card. But in BX, in the OSR, that moment isn't the end of the challenge. It's the start of a whole new one. Because now, you guessed it, you have to get it out. So today, at the tavern, we're talking about the most hated, most ignored, and yes, most essential part of the dungeon crawl, Encumbrance. I'm going to show you why your game feels off without it. And I'm going to give you a way to track it that won't make your head explode. Now, let's get one thing straight. We don't track weight because we're, closet accountants. We don't do it because we're obsessed with realism. I mean, if I wanted realism, I'd go hike with a 50-pound rook in the rain. No, thank you. We track weight because encumbrance is the engine of drama. In BX, everything is a trade-off. If you wear plate mail, you are harder to hit, but you're, slower. If you're slower, the wandering monsters catch you more often. If the monsters catch you more often, at some point you die. When you hand wave encumbrance, you aren't streamlining the game. You're lobotomizing it. You're removing the choice from the game. So think about that 10-foot pole, right? It's a meme at this point, right? Every adventurer has one. But if you're actually tracking logistics, that pole is a pain in the ass. It's awkward, it occupies a hand, and it's heavy. When the party finds a massive gold idol and the thief realizes he has to drop his 10-foot pole to carry his share of the gold, well, that is gameplay decision. Now, the party is moving through the dungeon without their primary trap finding tool. The tension just went through the roof. And all you did as a referee was enforce a simple rule about weight. So, here's the mechanical truth that most people miss. Encumbrance is actually a timer. In BX, your movement rate, whether it's 120 feet per turn, 90, 60, 30, determines how much stuff you can do before the referee rolls for a wandering monster. If you're unencumbered and moving at 120, you're covering ground fast. You're efficient. But the moment you start loading up with treasure, your movement rate drops. See, now the dungeon is stretching. It takes you twice as long to get back to the surface. That means twice as many wandering monster checks. That means your torches are burning down essentially twice as fast. Without encumbrance, the trip back to the entrance is a boring formality. With encumbrance, the trip back is the most terrifying part of the session. You're wounded, you're out of spells, your torches are flickering, and you're moving at a crawl because your sacks are bulging with silver. That's not bookkeeping. That's a horror movie. And all right, I can hear you. Yeah. Tenkar, counting every single coin and every pound of iron. It's a slog. Nobody wants to do that shit. Come on. And you're right. The BX book talks about coin weight. And while that's accurate, it can slow down the table if you aren't a math whiz. So let's use the tavern slot system. This keeps the pressure exactly where it needs to be, but makes the tracking visual and fast. And it works pretty simply. Your strength is your limit. Your strength score is the number of standard items you can carry and still move at a decent clip. 90 feet per turn. If you have a strength of 12, you have 12 slots. So what's an item? Anything that's roughly the size of a sword, a sack of rations, a coil of rope, or a bundle of torches is one slot. But The heavy hitters, large, awkward, or heavy things, take up 2 slots. Your plate mill armor, your two-handed sword. Guess what? Your 10-foot pole. Or a large chest. And then you have small stuff. Daggers, vials of holy water, gems. You can fit 3 of those in 1 slot. Gems, you can even, depending on, you can maybe even hand wave gems. But the gold, this is the big one. And I do a little twist on this. So we're going to use the rule of 1,000, where every 1,000 coins take up 1 slot. And this is where I got to give you the FYI. I don't do 10 coins to a pound. I never did. I do 100 coins to a pound, so 1,000 coins would be 10 pounds. If you do 10 coins to a pound, that's your table. Adjust as you need for your table. But look what happens at the table. A player with 10 strength looks at their sheet. They have their armor. Okay, 2 slots. Their shield, 1 slot. Their sword, 1 slot. Their rations, 1 slot. Their water, 1 slot. Their torches, 1 slot. All right, I did my math right. That's 7 slots. They've only got 10. They find a treasure cache of 5,000 silver coins. That's 5 slots. They only have 3 slots left. So now the player has a choice. Do I drop my shield? Do I leave 2,000 silver behind? Do I give my rations to the cleric? Or do I just walk really, really, really slow? Guess what? That conversation took 10 seconds. Maybe your players are really slow. Maybe it takes a minute. But those 10 seconds, it mattered more than any skill check ever could. See, as the referee, you don't need to be a jerk about this, but you do need to be firm. If they don't have the slots, they don't have the gear. And I've seen refs try to make this gritty and realistic by making it overly complex. Please don't. Avoid that temptation. The goal is friction, not frustration. When the players are debating what to take, stay quiet. Let them feel the weight of the gold. Let them realize that the encumbrance isn't a penalty. It's literally the score of the game. In OSR play, gold is experience. Therefore, weight is experience. If you want to level up, you have to find a way to carry the weight. And this leads to emergent gameplay. Suddenly, the players aren't just buying better swords. They're buying mules or hiring porters. They're scouting the shortest path out of the dungeon to minimize the time spent moving at 30 feet per turn. You just added 3 layers of strategy to your game, and all you did was count to 10. If you want your players to respect the dungeon, you have to make them respect the equipment list. Stop letting them carry an entire armory in a leather backpack. By the way, folks, this is a collab with DM Angelo. Follow his channel. It's linked below. I'll link his video in the show notes. So before we head out, I want to thank the 225 plus minions and members of the tavern. You guys and gals, you keep the lights on. You keep the ale flowing. If you're new here and you want more practical, no nonsense OSR advice that actually works at the table, hit that subscribe button and join the community. Check the links in the description for my affiliate links. It really does help the channel. So, what's the weirdest thing your players have tried to lug out of a dungeon? Drop it in the comments. I once had a group try to disassemble a marble fountain because they thought the basin was solid silver. It wasn't. But the wandering monsters still caught them halfway to the surface, but they survived. Until next time, keep your torches lit, your packs light, keep your heads on a swivel. God bless, and I'll see you